Donna, Taglia. Donna is a volunteer at the Casa Italia Library. And every Monday, she gives 4 or 5 hours. She puts up with me for 4 or 5 hours in my scatterbrain attempt to get the library organized. And she is also very active in her her society, as Patron Saint Society, and she brought with us, before you leave, come and take a look at this, a kind of vest that is worn in their the celebration of La Madonna del Santissima Maria dell'Udienza, with streets in Udienza. Dell'Udienza? Okay, well, you want to stand? And, okay, good.
Good afternoon. Actually, I'm from the St. Mary of San Luca Society. We were 110 years old this year. Our patron saint is Santissima Maria dell'Udienza, and we have a little statue of her there, actually from the town itself. And the vest is something that the men wore when they carried the statue here, well, here and in the town of San Luca, and they all wore these little beaded vests. And it's very old. It's from the 1900s, and we have the granddaughter of the man who carried that vest is here today. Now, we sent it, and she brought it. Yeah, we're going to have that. We always walked with our statue. We're from St. Philippi Church. We walked with Santissima Laurentana, and we are still walking with them today, and they're about 114 years old. We haven't carried our statue in about 50 years, just our banner. And this year, St. Rocco di Potenza asked us if we would walk in their procession at St. William's Church. They're 110 years old, and we did. We took her, we have our statue every year at a dinner, a crowning dinner in May. And this year we took her out, we had her restored, and we walked with her, we dressed her. There's a certain way that she dresses for feast. And we walked also with our banner. Our society is getting very small. We, at one time, maybe in the 60s, we were 500-600 people. Now we're lucky if we're down to about 40 or 50. I'm the 3rd generation in this society. Our children would be about 50 years old, and we can't get them. Some of them have come to the society, but not all. I don't know why people in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s, we have a lot of 90-year-olds too, didn't instill in their children about the society, the patron saint, and the Catholic religion, and the Italian-American ideal, I should say. So we're hard put to get new members, and we're always striving for that. And we also have a St. Joseph dinner in March. You'll all be welcome to come. You can find our posters everywhere. Actually, I would like to say that we have a little holy card from San Luca, and it'll give you a brief history, it's on the card also, of the marble statue of the Blessed Virgin. It was transferred from a tower in Solaro to San Luca during 1575. So in 1847, Pope Pius IX declared Mary of the Listening Heart the patroness of St. Luca, and Pius X gave Mass in office proper of the feast in the year 1906, while His Excellency Peruso, Bishop of Agrigento, made the temple a sanctuary and capitular parish. It's also called the Lady of the Audience, so I guess it's a newer interpretation. I did write an article for a magazine that came out in San Luca. This would be the 2nd issue. This was last year. They asked me to write it. Every year they try to feature St. Mary's of Sambuca Society in an American town that is still going on, and there's a few of us. So this is briefly, it's in translation. I'll say 100 years ago, when the immigrants came from Sambuca de Sicilia to Chicago, and they brought their heritage and their devotion to their patroness, Santissima Maria della Danza. And they settled on the north side of Chicago, and they carried their statue with the St. Philip Benici Parish, other feasts. There were many other feasts during that time. And in the 1960s, the church was demolished. So in that way, the whole neighborhood and all the members were scattered, because then people started to move, further west and into suburbs. And that's how a lot of the societies just thinned out. And that's why we don't have members to keep this going on. There are some young people, I would say young people in their 50s, who believe in this, believe in their tradition and remember from when they were little. So we have a few young people who are bringing in some of their children also, hopefully, to continue this. And that's about all we can hope for. We have some original members, and one was the man that wore that, Vito Sorbona, and there was Mr. and Mrs. San Jacinto, and they came like in the 1904 and 1914, and were members for 60 years. And many of the families that were there when the club first started, some of their families still belongs, to the society and still takes part in everything that we do. It is a tribute that the Feast of the Madonna continues to this present date, and we hope that we can continue it further. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them for you. Thank you.
Donna, what kind of occupations did these folks engage in? When did they come to Chicago?
Well, they started before the 1900s. Oh, I've been on this on here. The late 1800s they came. In Italy and Sicily, they were farmers, laborers, and when they came here, they didn't have a trade. They were in urban, they were in Chicago. So they didn't, although some of them passed through, and as you all know, worked in coal mines. They came in from New York or New Orleans, and then they went into Illinois coal mines. So when they came here, I guess, who knows, if they had a trade, fine, then they were a tailor or whatever. Otherwise, they worked on the railroad if they could, or as waiters, or whatever.
Okay. Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Any other questions? Yes.
Yeah, anybody who would like to get on our list, we send out a newsletter 4 times a year letting people know what's going on at Mount Carmel and what's going on at the shrine. We have the Good Friday procession where the statue of dead Jesus and Dolorado go through the streets. We have a feast for St. Michael, for St. Anthony. Anybody who would like to get on our mailing list, go up and see Chris, and we'll either take your email if you have it, or your address, and we'll mail you a copy.
Likewise.
Networking, that's what conferences are for.